everyone, I'm Arlon.
Hey everyone, it's Naj.
Hey, it's Robyn.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Iz.
Hi guys, it's Vit.
And today we're here with another
Oh
Legacies discussion review. Season 3, episode 5.
If this is what it takes. Wait, who said the line? I missed that.
It was Hope, I think.
It was Hope.
Yeah.
Okay. If you guys notice, Sam isn't here, but she is having power issues, so that's why she's not here. And hopefully she'll be back next week.
Yes.
Let's dive in.
Right. So, okay, it opened up with the party scene, and I'm thinking, oh, hell no, you're not going to make us relive.
Yeah, exactly.
Landon going through it again. And then they have her walking to the school, crying her eyes out. And I'm just like, okay, so you're trying to break us right in the first 2 seconds of the episode. Okay, great. That's wonderful. Thanks.
First of all, I was like, why are y'all wasting 20 seconds of my screen of this episode showing me what we just heard from last episode about their rap, okay? I was like, listen, we got precious time. You have to really give it to us. And the fact that we had Hope walking back to the school in tears, walking slow. It's like she couldn't believe it. Like her body was frozen. I was,
That
you
was
got me.
sick of them. So
Yeah.
It was sick of
It was a
them.
good
That
view.
was just,
It was a dope shot.
Yeah, but
it was really good. They did film it really well. And Danielle's emotions in that, can I just say, Danielle, this whole episode was
also,
yeah. I don't know what happened during quarantine, but she came back looking she already looked good, but she came back looking even better.
bad bitch status. This whole episode was, I'll talk about it later. Yeah.
Okay. And then her going into the party and running into Lizzy and no one knew her.
Everyone was like, cut the cameras. Everybody cut the music. Everyone was like, cut the cameras, dead ass. Everything stopped. And Lizzy's like, first of all, not even what are you doing here? Who are you? And then I was about to say, I know we're not about to relive through this whole ass Who is Hope episode. I thought they were going to keep on it.
At least she was just her thoughts weren't even about herself. She was like, we need to save Landon and I need all of my friends. So let's I'm just going to tell you what you guys all are so that we can just get past this whole bullshit of Malivore erasing memories.
Yeah, she's like, listen, I ain't got time for the chit chat.
I really like the dialogue in that scene was so funny, and Lizzy was just like, everyone else thinks she's a monster, and Josie erased
I was like, yeah, I'm like, yo, stop the cat right now, stop the cat. Listen, she wouldn't be out here giving y'all your autobiographies if she was a monster, so I'm gonna cut it out. This whole episode was just Hope talking in a whole ass. She picked her whole government out for every person on this episode. I don't know what's
this
up.
is you're a vampire and you're drunk.
She said she doubled down on that. Love to see it too.
And then it's just she was very snappy this episode, and I loved the Hope in this episode. The Hope in this episode was so good. Not that I don't love Hope in general, but her dialogue.
She was spicy this episode.
She was.
She was like, cut the crap. Listen, I got shits to do. So.
And then she softens and she turns to Josie and she's like, I promise you Landon means a lot to you too. And you know what?
I screamed out Jane the in-game.
Yeah, of course you did.
Watch when we scream, no views.
But
stop the cap.
What cap?
But you know what's really funny is that she says that to Josie, and yet everyone else at the school was there trying to find Landon, and Josie was just like, fuck it, I'm going to Mystic Falls, and didn't help at all.
She said,
the one you want to helping.
She said, it's not about me anymore. It ain't about me. She said, I'm human now. It ain't about me. So we finally have a title of the time jump. We actually
told us. Yeah.
They actually told us because last time It was a 5-month jump, and we didn't know about that.
But they closed the school. They literally closed the school to find Landon. Like, the fact that Alaric was even like, I will not rest until we know what happened to Landon, and him like being that father figure, and like, where the hell was this Rick this whole like last 2 seasons?
But you tell me, because this Alaric was determined. Okay,
Yeah,
he was determined. I wish he was determined to find his daughter in season 2 when she was
He
out
was
here
more-
black magic.
he was more determined to help Landon and Hope than he was to fix
To
his
save his
daughter
own
in
daughter.
season 2.
Yo, Alaric, are you kidding? He out
I mean,
here.
She's
going
going
on.
to Mystic Falls, and he doesn't even have a single scene where he doesn't even say anything.
He over here looking through supernatural eBay meetups for artifacts, and this guy's a joke. Truly,
Supernatural eBay. That's a good one.
a joke, a clown. So, you know, the good thing is that he was determined to, keep finding them, like Hope was, because you thought Hope was stopping. He had a storm coming.
See, I thought that Lark was just going to be like, you know what? No, you have to give up. He's gone. Blah blah blah. Whatever. But he was the one that was actually like,
Right here,
no,
not
okay,
sleeping.
I'm here. I'm with you. I'm going to help you find Landon. Like, he's actually being.
He's actually being, he's actually doing something.
Yeah.
He was in his bag.
He was, for this one. Now, he wasn't in his bag towards the mid episode. I'll get to that because that pissed me off. I actually was yelling about that. But, like, because once again, Landon's important to her and he grown. Listen, one thing I don't understand, though, is how they try to make me believe that he was important to MG when they ain't interact for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Stop the cap, y'all. I said, I don't even interact.
I think, though, that he was important to MG because he's important to Hope, and Hope is important to Lizzy. Like, I think it's like this whole like full circle thing. And MG really is such a bleeding heart that he will literally care about everyone. I mean, look at him with Alyssa,
Maybe he still feels bad for killing him.
We'll get to that.
We'll
definitely get to
Actually,
that.
yeah, that's true. That's true, Arlon, is that he could be feeling bad for still killing Landon. So, like, that guilt on his shoulders, right? Okay, but can we go to Hope sleeping on her bed? And there's a picture of Handon.
Yes.
I
Amazing.
screamed so loud.
I was like, I said, they took a selfie. I took a selfie.
I literally rewinded that scene like 4 times.
Yo.
And the sick thing is that she had a jar of his goo next to the picture.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I was straight about the picture. Not gonna lie, keep it on it.
She literally, there was a jar of black goo.
Damn, man, she down bad. She down bad.
Did she go back with the jar and she's just like, you know what? I might need this I imagine it's like a spell ingredient, for something, maybe like the astral projection into the prison world or something like that, because it's a link to Malivore or Landon or something. But like, I was just like, is that a jar of goo? And I rewound it and I was just like,
she was in her bag. She done got a mason jar and scoop him up, beam me up, Scotty.
I'm a little sad that she wasn't in Landon's bed though, but like, I can overlook it with that picture.
I mean, I think it'll be painful for her to like sleep in his bed though. So listen, we got our steps. We got our crumbles.
She was saying in the promo that every room is gonna remember him. Imagining going in his room.
Like,
oh yeah. Okay, well, we'll get to that promo too. But like, yeah, I screamed at that picture. That picture was
that picture getting screenshot. I want to see it again.
Oh yeah, well, it's all over Twitter now, so you just have to go on there. Okay, them looking for artifacts. Now, okay, so I did call them looking for artifacts back when they tweeted. Remember when Kaylee tweeted the key emoji? And I said that the artifacts were going to be like the keys or whatever. Now, I don't necessarily think they were key, but that's just kind of like how I brought in the whole artifact thing. But I thought that the artifact was going to be the therapy box.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
I was like, they're looking for the therapy box. Did they like sell it or something after they used it that first time or whatever?
Or was it going to be like another therapy box? And then they were like, no, it's a wish box. And I'm thinking like, okay, so is it the wish box she goes into and not the therapy box?
Like, it confused me, like, because I didn't know what the artifact. I don't know what artifact they were. I don't know what they was looking for. Like the artifacts they were talking about, and I'm like, they ever explain what the artifacts was? Like, what are y'all looking for in these facts?
And the wish box is supposed to grant you your greatest desire. Okay, can we touch on the fact that Landon is Hope's greatest desire?
Listen. You worrying about that? I made sure to slide in my Lucifer mention. I said desire.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, forget that. I was like, Lucifer? Y'all, what? Hold up. Give me my Lucifer bag.
That's okay. I'm writing a Lucifer Handon crossover, so anytime I can get them together, and
little plug. We love to see it. Make sure I tune in. Lucifer, season 5B coming in. Nope.
And then the fact that like that Pinky guy, his name is Pinky, right? He was like made a comment about Hope and a lark, and Hope was just like, ew, gross, and I'm just like, thank you. I didn't even listen. I didn't pay attention because I was like, he thought. Listen, prick. That dude pissed me off this whole episode. No cap. Truly. That Pinky guy, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like Hope was like not she with her eyes, like she flashed her eyes at him, and
like I said, Biscuit complained about this 2 weeks ago. We got 2 episodes in a row.
Hope, this episode was amazing.
She wasn't playing. Okay, I think this is what we like to see. I wish we see more of this because she's not playing. Listen, where everybody else, she give people time, but when it comes to her man, she's finna kick that ass.
And I know they're gonna use the excuse that Landon holds her back, but it's not that. It's that Landon makes her happy, and when she's unhappy is when she becomes unhinged.
He's her anchor. I don't know what the fuck y'all want. He's our literal anchor. Like
she's out here doing death spells to this human that
she almost took her out.
Yeah, and that's not Landon holding her back. That's literally her desperation to find him. So obviously Landon grounds her.
She almost killed dude. She was playing. Nah, she's about to kill good dude.
I know. He was just like, "That's a death spell," and he's just like, "You might as well leave because she can't do it when she can't see you." And Hope just doesn't stop. She's just like doesn't give anything.
Yo, honestly, and then the fact that Lyric made her go to sleep by stabbing
roofied her or something. Like what is it that he stuck that thing in her neck?
I was like, don't fucking
okay. So the guy stole his truck. So he literally made Hope go to sleep and carried her back to the school.
Everybody got super strength. Clearly. He had super strength in the later scene. Let me be quiet.
Okay. Can I also say that Lizzy's jokes this episode, her lines were iconic this episode. Okay.
they really
gooified Phoenix boyfriend. When she was talking to Josie, when she was making her the breakfast, and she was just like, we need to find Hope's gooified Phoenix boyfriend, and I'm just like, you did not just say, I mean, I'm not shocked because it's Lizzy, but gooified Phoenix boyfriend?
I was like, damn, why you listen? Even in the alternate universe, she still come throwing shots at my son. Love to see it, I guess. Whatever. That's
that Lansy friendship. Like I
love to see it. To us in real life, actually.
And I knew it was Alaric's idea to astral project into the prison world. I did say that earlier to Iz, remember? And I think I said to you too, Vit, is that they were going to have, Alaric was going to have them astral project into the prison world to look for Landon. I just didn't think that he was going to tell Hope about it. Like I thought he was going to be like, I thought that he was going to keep it secret from Hope. But I guess that she kind of knew what was going on, I guess.
Yeah, and the fact that he really sent his kids there, like, because normally he'd be trying to have his kids not do anything, and he's told us to go ahead.
He was actually trusting Lizzy enough to do that. Like, yeah.
Shocker for me.
And Lizzy, I love the fact that she's using her magic more this season. Like, she's really real. I just love Lizzy's growth. Like, she has grown so much. And she's really, like, such an amazing character.
Yeah, we're seeing her develop, especially this episode, like, more development. Especially what she did towards the ending, but like this episode pretty much just like, you know, I just feel like this episode you lost every character somewhat. Yeah. So which is once again we love to see that. You know. So I'm actually like we saw a lot of characters this episode. So I'm I
really like that at first she was kind of struggling with Josie like going to the school, but she didn't like she still made her breakfast and stuff like that, but she didn't actually try to stop her. Like she tried, but she didn't try. Like she tried in her like old Lizzy way, but didn't actually like physically stop her. And and that she was just like talking to MG and trying to like get him.
Yeah, when it came to like her asking him, I was confused on like the message. I mean, I understand why she did it, but like I was confused on how she brought it to him was confusing. I was like, to help Josie, huh? Where you gonna find in there? So yeah.
Okay, so Mac left.
Going to
broke up with Rick. Okay, wait. But Mac left and Maya left. Why the fuck is Ethan still in Mystic Falls?
He said it. He said he's
playing.
He wants to be the quarterback still for the.
So what, he lives in an apartment?
Yeah, but who is he staying with? Who is he
I don't know.
living
Ask him.
His whole plan. Where you live in the school?
Maybe he has more family in Mystic Falls. Maybe.
I mean, his dad is dead, so I don't know.
Right,
okay,
no, the fact that Maya's gone, robbery.
Okay, and then we go back to Hope and Alaric, and he's just like, okay, before you kick my ass, and then blah blah blah, and then she's like, okay, can I kick your ass now? I mean, like, Hope was just delivering it this episode. Like, can I kick your? Yeah.
I want to see it.
I even said in the doc, I was like, I cannot get over how good Hope looks.
she was in her bag.
She looks so good.
Her outfits, like
everything, her hair, her outfits,
was.
like I love that she was wearing dark colors, like Vit has been saying, Widow Hope, because Landon's gone, so she's wearing dark.
Oh yeah, she's in her dark palette right now. Dark Hope, especially
the Ready Player One reference. Definitely, I mean, Brett, I see you.
We love to see it. So.
And then she wakes up in the simulation, and Lizzy talks about her porking Landon. Lizzy comes in. Even in the simulation, they're sleeping together, and Lizzy is giving her first time, worst times.
Yeah.
She's like, "What? Y'all tell me the tea." I'm like, "Hey, she just woke up."
And she's like, "He's probably out there writing a song about banging you."
I lost it at that. He's probably off somewhere writing a song about banging you. Like,
I'm like, listen, let him get his song back. What's wrong with him getting his pilot?
So are they releasing that song then, or like?
Like, he's probably still in the booth. He probably
is. He wasn't really in the booth. He was out here killing the booth. Yeah, he's still the 5 seconds of Hizzy content that we got in this, like in the prison or in the therapy box, was so good. Like their dynamic is just we need more Hizzy. Honestly, I thought we were gonna get more.
I honestly thought Josie was gonna die first.
She got took mad quick.
Everybody gets took mad quick.
Yeah, Lizzy. Okay, and then I'm not sad that Ethan died. Because what is this whole, like, the whole, like, hot girl or hot guy stuff, and it's just like, no, you, go away. That whole scene I could have done without. That whole,
he got took.
The way he got took was actually funny. He got slammed against the trees.
In the worst way. That's actually like a death scene in the game.
And Hope was just like, okay. Like, I don't think she, but the thing is, this is her subconscious, and even in her subconscious, she was still choosing Landon. Like, everything that happened in that game was her subconscious about, like, things. So she sees Ethan in that way, I guess, because that's how she kind of put him in that role, right? But we kind of missed a little bit. It went back to the real world, and I commented about Lizzy's hair, because, I mean, once again, the hair this season looks so good. Like, Victor and Scott and, like, they got rid of all of the wigs, and they look so good.
Yeah, them wigs was the downfall. And
Alyssa, Alyssa destroyed the Ascendant.
Yeah, I was like, huh? The second time she did it?
Is anyone shocked?
No. Let's talk about the main plot. Is that, Maya had a crush on Josie.
Yes! Maya had a crush on Josie. Okay, Remember, you know how much I love that scene in the football game where Maya gives her that little like head tilt towards Josie.
Love to see it.
I would have loved Maya and Josie.
So does that mean maybe Maya was full of hope too?
I literally screamed
Maybe.
when Ethan said that.
Love to see. I'm reaching for my crumbles. I'm getting my higher crumbles. Yo, I was like,
and then Finch came out.
Yo, I was
love
going.
her already.
He came out.
I love her.
I love her already.
I am in love with Finch.
Yes,
He is,
it's her
like,
time.
her and Josie are so damn cute.
It's
Yeah,
so fucking
they
cute.
sure
Yo, Josie confidence. Yo, I don't know what Finch got, but the confidence my good sis gets.
That's
It's
because
her
she
time.
hung around Lizzy. That's the twins being separated. That's Josie, and Josie's like, okay, I see something I like and I'm gonna go for it. Like Josie was so bold.
Yo, love it. Oh, her confidence. I was
Everything.
This episode was giving me everything. Josie was shocked. Well, I'll wait for that later on. But after that, Larry makes a fucking deal with Pinky.
Yep, with the baseball bat
and gets fucked up. This dude threw a cloth at this man, took the damn bat that and hit him with on device.
Yeah. But I mean, like, look at the lengths he was going to go for Hope and Landon.
The lengths he was gone but didn't succeed. How do you get beat up by your own instrument? Yo, damn bad. Like,
okay. And then we go back to the simulation and Hope finds Josie. And Josie is just like, you solve problems and I run away from them. And I was just like, oh, damn, the shade.
I was like, whoa. Oh,
And remember, that's what Hope thinks because it's her subconscious.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oprah gift.
Oh my god.
And then Josie gets in the boat and she's just like, come with me. And Hope is like, I can't. I have to solve the problem and find Landon. Like, she literally was just like, no, I can't. And then Josie died.
And then she vanished. But the thing is crazy about it is that Hope was like, why did you leave Landon? Did she leave Josie at the boat? Yo, she's like, why did you leave Landon? And then proceeds to leave Josie to get took literally right after.
I mean, the Josie shade in Hope's head.
I didn't even process that was. I know that that's Hope's subconscious, but I was still not processing that she was that shady. Yo, wow. Don't mind me. Who's watching? Julie.
Yeah, it's not even Julie. It was Brett. This episode was written by Brett.
Yeah.
Brett was in his bag.
He was last episode and this episode. Like this episode was so good.
It was really good.
It was really nice.
Yo.
Okay, Hope covered in blood.
Amazing.
Like,
Still looking good.
Sexy.
Of course. And going to the school and finding Jed with his head falling off.
Right. He's like,
That was so. I was like,
that was so 80s cheesy movie. Like, that was like typical.
I was like Jason
with his like little sweater vest and yeah.
Oh my god. And then the shocker.
We thought it was Landon.
Yeah, I already figured. I was like,
that's definitely Landon.
That's Landon. And I was like, damn, you in your bag, Landon? You out here killing.
She saw Rick as dead, and I was just like, okay.
Right. I was like, Landon talks help. I'm like, okay, we're gonna see Landon. We see a lyric and some other shit. She's like, go put the fucking shit back on him.
And then before she knew it was Landon, she like stabbed him in the neck. She's like, everyone I love is dead. You won. And then she's like, no, correction, I win. And then she pulls the mask off. But like, that's her subconscious. So she literally thinks that she has to like kill Landon.
Well, it's basically her mind saying that she thinks she did.
Give up.
Yeah.
Or that she thinks she did because.
Yeah.
She's
nothing. Yeah. Which is what I said. That's also what I said. That's what I said earlier too. I said that it's gonna make it think that she has to give up on Landon and that she is the one that killed him and all of her friends. And choosing between him and her friends will always get her friends killed. Which is like typical Hope
Don't fuck up.
character.
But we finally got the answer though of what she preferred.
Listen, her friends need to just like get stronger and like protect themselves.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. The whole ass school darted off by a soldier guardian 2 episodes ago. You think I'm supposed to think that they know how to handle themselves? No, man.
Like, at least MG and Lizzy and Caleb were all stepping up, which is nice. Like Josie was just like, forget the school. But like the other three were stepping up and actually doing something, which was nice. Like that's exactly what Hope needs. She needs people to back her up and not rely on her.
Like, you know, and I'm happy that we're seeing them more used this season because last season it was by the pond doing nothing. I mean, no cap, no shade, RT. But like honestly, I was just like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Nothing. So like she can't.
They're
just keep
finally helping. Yeah, and that's why she always feels like she has to choose between either her happiness or saving everyone, is because she's literally the only one doing it.
Yeah. And Landon being gone during this time is just like...
Well, Landon was like her biggest support. He was the one that was like, okay, no, I'm going to train. I'm going to learn. I'm going to be there to help you. And Lizzy was starting to come to that point. But even look, when Josie was dark, Lizzy thought hanging out with Hope would protect her. And I love Hizzy. But like, the thing is Hope needs people to back her up and not rely on her.
Yeah.
So like Lizzy going to the prison world and doing all this just proves that's exactly what Hope needs, and she's being a really good best friend.
Yeah. I just love seeing some Hizzy growth. I truly do. And I love seeing this. I love to see it. So yeah.
And even like you could see Handon, exactly. You can see the growth in Lizzy even when she was talking to MG, and she was just like, you know, Josie's happiness is just important as mine. And she even like tried to tell him how she felt, but he was completely clueless. Or so I thought. I mean, maybe he knew what she was saying, but he was just not admitting it. But I mean, the Lizzy growth was still really good between Josie and MG and like all of them. Like it's just like the conversations were all really, really good.
Yeah, I feel like
all characters in this episode have some growth.
Yeah. Even
like
Caleb and
this episode feels like you could totally tell that this episode is like different from the previous episodes. Like I don't know, it's like these 3 weeks kind of morphed them into like maybe developing better. Like, you know, you have Caleb trying to deal with it, but trying to process. Well, shit, I'm already speaking too soon. I'm going too far in the episode. I mean, like I feel like they're it's kind of, I don't know. I feel like they're grown in these 3 weeks. Like it's more different, and like
losing Landon and all joining together in order to like have this one goal has really focused them and strengthened them. Yeah,
because like we have more scenes with different characters. We're seeing how they're doing outside of the school. We're seeing how they're functioning, and that the whole time we always thought like it's obviously going to affect Hope, but we didn't think how it was going to affect others, because once again we don't really see that made sense with Landon and other people. So the fact is that we saw like how it affected other people emotionally. It was really crazy. I'm mad that we didn't see Wade this episode though, because you know him and Wade was like buddies, but
we only got a little note from him.
Yeah, and even then, it wasn't really about Landon. It was about, you know.
Yeah, about Caleb. But okay, let's go back to the Handon part in her subconscious. And he was just like, Landon was just like, you look pretty. Even in her mind, he's being like this super sweet. And she was just like, you know, as much as I'd like to stare into those eyes of yours all night, it was like, oh,
love this scene. We were still getting our Handon crumbled.
She is literally like soft as hell for him. Like she is just, that girl is so head over heels in love.
Simp for Landon.
Yeah. And then she's just like, I think this game is stupid because she doesn't want to admit the fact that she couldn't save them because all she cared about was saving him, which again goes into the whole like she thinks she has to choose between the two of them. And that she has to give up on him. And like that whole scene was just so good of herself basically trying to convince herself to give up on him, but her not wanting to give up on him and just choosing to stay in the therapy box because that's the only place that he's at. Like she was literally willing to not say the word so she could stay in the therapy box with him, even though it wasn't the real him.
Yeah, yo, shit. Cleaning up. She's about to move in.
Like if that is not love, she is so in love with him. That's soulmates.
She said, I want to move.
He
Let's
loves
move
him so
in.
much.
She does love him so much. And she's just like, Landon would never want me to give up on him, which is so true. She knows that. And yet she was still arguing with herself about thinking that he was dead and that he was gone. And she was never going to get him back. Because that was literally herself she was arguing with. It just in the form of Landon.
Oh my God. How will survive these weeks, B?
Like, even
gonna survive this.
We didn't even get real Handon stuff, and we still got Handon stuff.
That's flavor.
That's the fact that Linda was the one helping her, like
Yeah.
being her cautious.
It was Landon she wanted to stay with. It was Landon she saw as a killer because she literally felt like she killed him. Like, it's just, she had no care whatsoever of everyone else she killed. But as soon as she saw Landon was a killer, she was all like, oh no, Landon! Like, the dude literally tried to kill you, you pulled the mask off, and then you're all of a sudden like, oh no, Landon, and you're sympathizing.
Why did I say Robyn?
Yeah.
I said to be like, it's okay, baby. We're gonna find a way.
You did say that. That's exactly. This is so funny. It's just like, oh, you're the killer? It's fine.
She's like, oh, you're the killer. Well, it's not that bad. Let's just get comfortable.
Let's work together and stay here. And then she was so mad at Alaric for waking her up and just like slamming him against that like a bookshelf or whatever.
Yo, listen.
She can do that to me. Sorry.
Oh, she almost choked the dude. She said, "Get over here." Love to see it, truly.
Okay. And then Caleb sees Jed naked. So Alyssa was cheating on MG.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Such a wreck. Like, oh my God.
That's what I thought.
She knew MG was coming to this cabin. MG's the one that set it all up, and yet she was still cheating on him with Jed.
Yo.
Wow.
I was like, it had to be. I was like, why? Because she's like, who's sweet? They said, who it is? Booty ass naked. What? I was like, who is she?
I think you were better. Like.
Yeah. Like the fact that Jed would do that to MG.
Yeah.
She wanted them. Like, what the? Good dumb bitch. I'm stop. Whatever.
Jed or Caleb seeing Jed.
Yo, I was like, Jed and Caleb.
Are we getting some J-Lub?
Yo, because he looked back. He looked back a couple times. He looked back at it like 2 more times. I said, get a good look. Don't mind me. Just watch.
So let's go back to Finch and Josie, where she was just like, tell me all about it at lunch. And they were like,
oh my God. Their chemistry.
Yo.
Their chemistry is so good.
So much chemistry. The flirting. I was like, are they really doing this right now?
Okay, and then Finch is just like, that a metaphor or something?
Yo, I was like,
I love Finch. I love her.
They were flirting in 4K.
Right in front of our faces. Like
right in front of our salad. Like, what? This is amazing.
No shame or anything.
Yeah, that was so cute. And like Josie wanting to stay at the school now because she literally saw a pretty girl. Like,
yeah.
Yo.
I am all for any Josie and Finch scenes. Give them all to me.
Yo, Finch they wild in the hallway. Nobody, I didn't even care that no students was walking by. This was about them.
Yeah, exactly.
Love to see it.
And we kind of jumped a little bit with like Hope choosing to stay, but there's a few like in the prison or the therapy box. I keep saying the prison world, but like, there was a few like lines in it that I thought were really meaningful, and it's just like when he was just like, okay, you're gonna stay, and she's like, or you can't stay, and she's like, I don't care, not if, like I'm gonna stay if it means I get to be with you, and then for once in my life I'm not gonna sacrifice what I love.
Yo, it's crazy to me is that she literally started picking up them damn sheets. She's like, okay, well, let's tidy up a little bit. I'm like, are you kidding? She's about to move in this bitch.
I'm ready to move in, babe. Let's get cut.
She's like, you want to live? Come on, y'all. Yo, she was ready to move in with him.
Even though her own subconscious knew that it wasn't the right choice because it was literally a pretend world, but she was willing to just stay in that box, and then was so mad and like, and then Alaric gives her that wish box, and then he's just like, go ahead and make your wish. He's like, it doesn't open or whatever, and then as soon as he hands it to Hope, it starts opening. Like she's like this magical, like just everything just opened for her.
Right, like I was like, huh? He said it's locked, and I'm like, so why is it moving then? Like what the fuck? Like it was moving in her
Not
hand.
locked for Hope.
Right,
Clearly.
she got the keys. That's what they said. Love to see it though. Oh,
And then we go into Caleb and MG. Finally, we get a Caleb and MG scene.
after like a whole season.
No. I was like, whoa, we're getting a Caleb and MG scene right now?
Right, and it was a long one.
And
Shocker
MG
there.
called Alyssa Maleficent.
Yeah.
I was like, and you with her? She's like her cheating, knocking boots. Okay, what fucking jet? You don't deserve
At
this.
first,
And that's robbery because I don't know if I'm skipping ahead, but like Lizzy was being considerate and not telling him her feelings. She got to say something because she out here knocking boots with Jed.
Yeah, but at first I thought that Caleb hadn't told MG what he saw,
That's what I thought.
but it seemed like when they were talking, like when they had the beers or whatever, that he had actually said it, because then that was when MG was like, oh, dating Maleficent was never going to end well or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I almost lost it at Caleb when he was just like, Landon is gone, bro. He ain't coming back. And I'm just like, no. You take that back. You shut up right now.
I was like the fact that he didn't tell. I was like, huh? That's why I thought he was like keeping MG on the phone longer because I thought he was going to hear Sweetie, get back here. I thought not, clearly not. So
yeah, I just thought that he was trying to distract him and wasn't going to tell him at all. But I mean, I'm glad he did, because I mean, I guess it would make sense to have him. Otherwise, MG would just go to the cabin and be like, no, I'm going to go be with Alyssa. So Caleb would have to have told him, but like, Caleb has a family, so why did he stay back?
true that.
I guess to help out. I guess to stay with MG maybe, or like help out Hope, I guess.
Listen,
But
here in his whip.
MG making Caleb promise not to give up on Landon though.
Amazing.
Like just the fact that it's not just Hope fighting for Landon. Like literally everyone in the show actually loves Landon and no one wants to give up on him.
It pleases me, my pilots, because it's really affecting them. But and just like, don't give up on him, man. Like I was like, oh my god, you fucker.
It's nice because like here Landon was this foster kid who never had a family, who only ever had Roth and had only met him when he was like 16 or 17 or whatever, and lost him, and then now has this whole family that is willing to search for him and not just Hope.
Yeah. It just got
like he literally found his family.
But I honestly feel like I'm just happy that I feel like they did a good job at like showing that once again, Hope was not the only one that was affected by it, and they actually showed it. Because obviously, like if we just saw Alaric and Hope, we were like, okay, well, obviously nobody really cares, but we're seeing people go through it, honestly, and they're all searching in some way, in some form.
Yeah,
so,
which is really nice to see.
And it's 3 weeks later. Like you would think they'll be like, okay, well, let's give up, but like they're still holding on. So,
which is I really like that.
Here.
And then Hope on the dock, holding that damn empty wish box. I was just like, oh no, Hope's on the dock. This is not going to end well.
All them did this is trauma.
Without Landon. Oh, the edits with that though. There's going to be good edits.
Stop that.
Good parallels.
Oh yes, we're about to feast tonight. Honestly.
Okay, but when she was holding that open box, I knew she was going to throw it in the water and something was going to happen, because I thought something. I was just like, okay, there has to be another reason. There has to be something else. Maybe it's empty because it needs to be filled with something. Like the water. Because like think about it, okay, if you've watched Harry Potter and he gets that golden like egg or whatever, and the only way it when you open it up, the only way to understand it is if you put it underwater, right? Because of the mermaids or whatever. So artifacts like that are never as simple as they seem, right? So there had to be a reason why it seemed empty.
Yeah, so I was like, why is it empty? Like, huh? And then she threw it in that water and
But that whole scene, my God, that whole scene, she was just like, you think we should stop and he's gone and this is how we should honor him. And the whole, her breaking down like that, like, her breaking down.
She say, I'm never gonna see him again. He's gone.
Guys, think about this. Did we actually get a reunion kiss?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Did we actually get one, or is this where they're leading up to it?
This is what they're leading up to. That has to be at the reunion kisses for season 3, not for season 2.
wow.
But they could have changed something, and maybe they just pushed the kiss further.
Wow. Don't mind me.
Oh,
Just
yes. Okay. Can we go to the part where Landon's in Malivore and he has her necklace? Did I not say that last podcast?
You did. I literally messaged you, and I was like, you were right about the necklace.
I called that last podcast. He had it wrapped around his wrist like a bracelet, and he was hanging onto it. I knew he had her necklace. I knew it.
Yo.
And he was wandering around Malivore.
And when they reunite, he's gonna be like, I held on to this the entire time.
Yo.
It's like, okay,
That's
it's like
what kept me sane.
It's like I tweeted this morning. If all I ever have is the memory of the way she loved me, then I will survive this.
Yo, please. God. Yo, we gonna
Landon knew whatever was going on that he couldn't leave without having a piece of hope, so he had to grab the necklace.
That's
how that's literally his hope.
That's very of them.
And then her wish made a door open up in Malivore. Okay, I know it's not going to be that simple. I know it. He's not just going to walk through the door and it's actually going to be him. There's going to be something else. But like, what if? I don't even know. We have 3 weeks to come up with theories. So I'm gonna stew on this. Literally, we're literally gonna lose our minds.
I'm happy with the way it ended, though. Like, I'm happy that it didn't end with just Hope being sad over like us not knowing what's going on. I mean, we don't know what's going on with Landon, but we know he's alive.
And he has the necklace.
Yeah, so that's good. And
okay, honestly, I cannot give enough praise for this episode because this was. I mean, everyone thought it was going to be this like cheesy, because the therapy box one last time wasn't that great, and it was just going to be this like cheesy, stupid, like silly episode, and it was so good. Like Brett, we all need to thank Brett for this episode because this was a great season opener. I mean, theoretically, because it was supposed to be the season opener. But I mean, like if this had opened up season 3, it fit just perfectly. Like it was just I hope Brett writes more episodes because he did a really good job.
He was in it. Listen, this episode was amazing. So
he wrote the last two.
Yeah. He wrote 304 and 305, and both of them were so good. Even though others will say last episode wasn't good, but whatever.
This episode was a blessing.
Yeah.
It got me satisfied to.
I honestly thought that we weren't going to get a lot of like Handon stuff in this, but even though they weren't together, we still got Handon stuff in this. Like it just literally proves once again how connected they are and how much like their endgame. You can't convince me otherwise.
I mean, I don't know what else they want.
Okay, and then the promo. I have to thank Pia and Fur for giving me the promo because I never get it at this time because it just doesn't show up for me. So thank you both of you for doing the promo for me so I could actually see it.
Yeah.
But the promo was literally a Handon promo. It was a Handon promo.
Yeah, it was a Handon promo.
Instead of the flashbacks, girl is gonna be suffering.
Spiraling in this bitch. Okay. He's spiraling.
She literally thinks that he's dead.
Yeah.
Like.
Which is sick, by the way, making her think that you know, he's
He's
actually
actually dead.
Yeah,
And
her
she's seeing
wait a few episodes or whatever, how long to know whether.
okay, and she's seeing glimpses of him, thinking that she's going crazy.
yeah. I'm gonna collapse.
I'm not ready for this shit. I'm not.
And we have to wait 3 weeks for this?
And possibly even more because we're probably not gonna get him that easily.
Yeah.
Oh, it's never going to be that easy.
I love the way this season's going though. Like I
This
feel like
season's
it's just
Handon
going,
Paradise.
when it's like I feel like it's just going darker and it's giving more of a TVD vibes. If I'm being
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, especially I don't know, like Alaric and that booth kind of reminded me. You know, it gave me definitely like a feel. I was like, you know, like how they always used to be in the fucking bar in the Vampire Diaries all the time. You know?
Yeah, I really do like the darkness that it's going. And like, you know, I've said this before, is that Hope can still grow. Both Hope and Landon can still grow individually
Together.
as a couple.
Yeah.
Like they don't have to be broken up in order for them to grow and thrive and learn. You know, and like I said before, Landon doesn't hold her back, and her growth doesn't have anything to do with Landon. It has everything to do with herself. The only way she can grow is if she chooses to. Like, it frustrates me when I see people say that Landon is holding her back or that, you know, she doesn't have a storyline. That's not true because, like, she actually does. Her storyline actually revolves around everyone and not just Landon, you know. And if anything, Landon is the one that's changed her storyline and has made her open up more and become more friendly and become more, like, lovable, I guess, and all of his friends. Because otherwise, if he wasn't there, she'd just be in her room.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have friends.
Like, it's not hard to assume that he's the one that broke down her barrier. She literally was not talking to anybody. Like, I don't know why is people like erasing the fact that he opened her up to even be friends with these people. Like,
Well, or even the fact that they think that if they break up and she gets with someone else, that she's going to be any different.
like, oh yeah, listen.
Like her entire personality is going to change because she's dating someone else.
Listen. Handon's made me in-game excellence. See y'all in 3 weeks.
That's just what these episodes are proving. Exactly.
Yeah, listen. every episode obstacle course, and somehow we tumbling over them bitches. Let's go. We got more to come. Come on, 3 weeks. Hurry up.
3 weeks. Okay, so we aren't going to be filming episodes when Legacies isn't filming. But the reactors and whoever will be filming separate videos for other shows or like, you know, fun videos or whatever. So be sure to check out Iz and Naj and Arlon and Sam when she comes back. And check out their videos for content. Because I'm sure you guys will come up with something.
You know, guys, come to our channels. Y'all had different shows. Arlon streams 50 of them. You know, come to me, and I think Iz is getting into Lucifer. Love to see that.
She is.
And
That's for you, Robyn.
we're in our bags. We're in our bags.
I know. Naj is watching Buffy for me. You're watching Lucifer and Buffy for me. Everyone's just watching everything for me. Arlon's not watching anything for me.
Arlon's watching everything. Atmosphere.
Right.
But that was our Legacy Season 3, Episode 5 discussion and review. Obviously, that's our thoughts, and we'll see you in 3 weeks. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Handon Weekly content. Our social medias will be linked in the description where you can follow our Twitters, Instagrams, watch the stream on different websites. You know, do razzle dazzle during hiatus. We'll see you next time. What's so funny, Arlon?
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.